The Office or Parks and Rec?
Ooh, Parks and Rec, hands down, no question. The Office is not that great of a show, and Parks and Rec is one of the best comedies of all time.
So Jason, why don't you introduce yourself in 10 words or less?
Hello everyone, and welcome. My name is Jason, Engineering Explained.
First question, why dry erase versus chalkboard?
Ooh, this is a great question actually. Dry erase is much easier to erase. Chalk kind of, you've got like a rough surface, and so you're actually like putting like chalk in these little pores. The other thing is the sound. Chalk just, the whole interaction, it gets all over your fingers like it doesn't with expo markers. Everything about markers is better than chalk. Plus, they break, and that sound in the wall, and everything about chalk is terrible, so.
I'm gonna make a guess here. When you were growing up, were you a colored pencil or a crayon dude?
I don't know. I think I probably didn't like either. In middle school, definitely like those gel pens, so that was cool. And now I never touch pencils. I hate pencils. I always use a pen. We're getting all the important questions. We're learning so much about cars.
Exactly, all the important questions. Why do you love the Gwagen?
Ooh, there are many good reasons for it, but I think one of the overall things that makes the Gwagen so good is like the seating position. Like this is a very rare setup, and kind of they've made sacrifices to allow you to just have this menacing, amazing, perfect visibility seating position. So you sit here right beside a super flat windshield. It's not aerodynamic. It's going to get rock chips. It's going to break, and yet they do it. And so you have this amazing visibility. You know exactly where all your four corners are. The sound of it helps. This is the G63. So the power helps. It's like almost 600 horsepower. So there's a lot of reasons to like this thing. It's got side pipe exhaust. I mean, it's just a bad vehicle. Like it's cool, and you can't help but get in it and love it.
Okay, back to questions here. This is from user Tom M.
What's up, Tom M? Is this you?
Shut up. Who would you rather fight? 10 horse-sized ducks or one duck-sized horse? Wait, frick. Who would you rather fight? One duck-sized horse?
I want to fight the one duck-sized horse. Ducks are pretty tough, like, even in duck size.
So it's a horse that's the size of a duck. You have 10 of them.
I guess I could just kick the little horse.
Right.
I wouldn't. I'd be friends with it. We'd be good pals. I like that little horse.
Oh my god. Okay, next question.
Yeah, that's why I would fight it, because I would befriend it, and we'd be. I'm just trying to save this. I would kick the horse.
Oh my god. Do you prefer The Office or Parks and Rec?
Parks and Rec, hands down, no question. The Office is not that great of a show, and Parks and Rec is one of the best comedies of all time.
I need you to say on the record that Parks and Rec is better than The Office.
Oh, Parks and Rec is way, infinitely better than The Office.
Come on, have you seen both? Have you seen
yes.
You've seen all 9 seasons of The Office.
Of Parks and Rec? Why would I waste my time on The Office?
Wow, really? Best car to take to prom?
Best car to take to prom? I think I took a Jeep Liberty.
You took a Jeep Liberty to prom?
Yeah, I did.
With a date, or was it? Well, yeah, Liberty, so no date, right? That's for sure.
I didn't want to go to prom, but my girlfriend did, so we went, and I guess I rewarded her with a Jeep Liberty.
Jeep Liberty. So, okay, what about worst car to take to prom? Is that going to
Jeep
be
Liberty?
Was that your first car?
No, that was my dad's car. My first car was an Acura Integra.
Next question from T. Micah. What is the car you are most excited to drive?
A car that I'm most excited to drive that I haven't driven?
That you haven't driven.
Something that immediately comes to mind that I've always wanted to try. I've always wanted to try driving a Noble. And I like the idea of an M12 or an M400, but I have never had the opportunity to drive one. So I would love to drive a Noble M400 at some point.
Okay, next question from Tomas M. Is Miata always the answer?
Yeah, it is the end. Done.
Really?
Yeah, I don't... It's
really?
Yes, it is. Because here's the thing. Everyone brags about power. That's all everyone talks about. Horsepower. You know what's lighter? You know what is the lightest vehicle, regardless of price range, that's designed to be fun to drive? The Miata. Done. Anything lighter than it was not designed to be fun. So you can get a smart 4.2 It wasn't designed to be fun. It was designed to be economical. The Miata was designed to be fun, and it's the lightest car that's designed to be fun. Ferrari, McLaren, whatever you want, they're all way heavier. You know what's twice as heavy? You know what's more than twice as heavy? That new Porsche Taekwondo. And as I've stated in one of my videos, I think the reason they called it the Taycan Turbo was so that we would talk about that rather than the fact that it weighs 5,100 pounds, which is absurd.
So Miata or G-Wagon? You can only have one.
For the rest of my life?
For the rest of your life, you can only have one.
Oh, then the Miata. Because, like...
Come on!
Yeah.
Come on! Over a G?
All right, these are pretty sweet. There is no SUV that I truly enjoy like I enjoy driving the G-Wagon. So I'll give it best SUV. Yeah.
Next question from T Mizzle. Best driving state.
T-Swizzle, did you know that Taylor Swift and I have the same birthday?
Come on. Are you serious?
Born on the same day, we're twins. She doesn't acknowledge it, but it's true. We are twins.
What about age-wise?
Yeah, we're the same age.
Same age,
yeah, we're
same
born on the
birthday.
same day. We're twins. Yeah. But she ignores me.
Do you know her?
It's
Is that how
rude.
that works?
Yeah. Born in the same hospital. Apparently from different mothers, that's what she says.
Whatever. Yeah, so what's the best driving state?
Best driving state?
Yeah. What's
like
the
best state in America
to drive in? Yeah.
Ohio. Everyone should just move to Ohio and drive there.
Like, that's clever. That's very clever. That's very clever. God, what other weird things do you have in common with Taylor Swift?
I mean, we're both, I would say, like, pretty attractive people. I'm probably more so. Is that?
I think you're more popular.
No, that is not accurate at all. One of my birthdays, I tweeted her. I was like, "Yo, Tay, just trying to chill on my birthday." And you know what she did instead of hang out with me?
What?
She hung out with Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Justin Timberlake.
So, who did you hang out with instead?
A couple nobodies.
Oh, damn it. You got rid of the S2000.
I did. I
created a lot of ripples on the internet. Arguably more than Shake It Off. What are you going to replace it with?
What's always the answer?
No, come on.
I've considered it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't. I like the idea of an E46 M3. I like the idea of like a 1M. I think those are really cool. I like the idea of a Lotus. And I think the ND Miata is one of today's best vehicles.
Okay, RF or soft top?
Soft top, easily, no question. The RF, nonsense. Am I saying all the wrong things?
You're saying 100% of the wrong things there. Why? It's the better looking car.
Okay, it has less headroom, first of all. So if you're tall, like the RF or the soft top, you just fit better. And then on top of that, it's like, what, 100 pounds lighter? That's important. That's a significant percentage for a car that weighs that light. And then on top of that, the biggest reason of all is that when you put the top down in the RF, literally nothing changes. You can just get hit by things that are above you. When you put the top down in the soft top, it's a totally new world. There's nothing around you. The only thing in front of you is the windshield. You don't have all this nonsense behind you, so like you do in the RF.
You can be hit by things on top and behind you.
And from the side.
You got the Crosstrek.
Oh, excellent vehicle. I love the Crosstrek.
Really?
Yeah, I love it.
Love it more than the Liberty.
Oh,
is that a close
one?
More
than a Liberty? Now you're...
Of course, you've got the Tesla.
Yep.
Which...
Love that thing also. Also an awesome car. Model 3 performance. Love it.
Jason is the go-to site for Tesla wheel news. Anything
yeah.
Model 3 wheel related.
All I did was I changed from a 20-inch wheel to an 18-inch wheel, and it took me 26 minutes to say that. So if that's the kind of content you're into, I just made one.
I've never seen you been stumped by any engineering issue in the automotive industry.
There are plenty.
Okay, so what's one that is just fundamentally confusing or hard to understand?
It's interesting. I got this question from a car and driver journalist recently, and he was like, "What's something that you can't explain?" And I said torque vectoring differentials. And he said, "Well, why can't you explain them?" And I said, "Okay, well, like an open differential, it always has equal torque and different wheel speeds.
Right.
A lock differential has equal wheel speeds and different torque." And then he was like, "I'm done." And I was like, okay, well, we're not even getting started about like how complicated a torque vectoring differential is. So there's planetary gears and there's clutch packs, and you somehow lock up these clutch packs and you're able to create a different wheel speed and increase torque on the outside wheel. And I tried to do a video on it, and I kind of did a little video on it, but it wasn't a well executed where like anyone's grandma could watch my video, which is like the goal. Like anyone should be able to understand it after I'm done. And you can only create that super easy to understand video if you truly understand it like to its core.
Gotcha.
So torque vectoring differentials, I don't know, they're still a mystery to me. Also, automatic transmissions are pretty complicated. Also, the McLaren P1 suspension is just like a nightmare of trying to understand that thing. I did one on the 720S, and I was really stoked about it.
Yeah. It
was something that I was trying to explain forever, and I finally got in front of some McLaren engineers and figured it out. And then no one watched the video, so that's fine. But not salty. Yeah, there's plenty of topics. It's all a facade. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just research forever until I figure it out, and then I hope that I can understand it well enough to explain it.
Dogs or cats?
Oh, okay. So here's the thing. I have a cat. My cat's name.
Here we go. Here comes the ramble.
Well, everyone's like, "Oh, dogs are so much better," and it's like, why? Like, truthfully, why? Like, yeah, they're more emotional. Yeah, they connect with you on a deeper basis. Yeah, they're gonna make you happier than a cat ever will. All right, but hold on. Let's take a step back. Why are cats better? One word. You ready?
What?
Responsibility.
Oh my God.
Responsibility. Let me tell you something. I have a cat named Bucket, right? And I give that cat love because all animals deserve love, even that little horse that I kicked. but here's the thing. If I didn't do anything to my cat, he'd be fine for 7 days straight, me touching nothing. His water is automated, his food's automated, his litter is automated, all good for at least 7 days. So I don't have to think about him. Now, when I leave, do I leave him alone for 7 days? No, of course, I'll have someone watch him. It's not a big deal. But worst case scenario, my cat is fine and I don't have to pay attention to him. And honestly, cats don't care that much if you don't pay attention to him. My cat likes love, but the whole point is responsibility of a cat is so much less than a dog. And I hate responsibility. I have pajama pants that are just like ripped to shreds at the bottom from his claws just tearing me apart. But you know what? That's part of the fun. Like, you got a little predator in your house. It was my decision to put a little predator in my house. It wasn't the cat's decision.
So ripped pajamas, but cats are better.
Yeah, they're little predators that are in your house and running around stalking you, and they don't take any work at all.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching. Go back to engineeringexplained.com.
That's actually not my website. Don't go there. Just Google it.
Just Google Engineering Explained or Bing it. Go to tfocar.com.
Bing it.
And thank you for the AVA's Automotive Video Association or awards.
Yeah, this is wonderful.
Yeah, this is cool, and thanks for the Gwagen.
I appreciate the little discussion. Thank you, sir.
This has been awesome. And when's Taylor Swift's birthday?
December 13th.
There you go.